in the armpit region is just the axillary. So it's like, oh my God, where exactly does the axillary become the brachial? I don't know. So here's how I'd have to make sure I asked it so it's not ambiguous. Okay? So I will use these models, test from the side of the room as we did last semester. And if I tell you what's the name of this artery up in the shoulder region, I want axillary. What's the name of this stretch of the artery in the arm? I want brachial. And then I'll come all the way down here. The name of the artery on the thumb side is the radial. And the name of the artery over here on the little finger side is the ulnar. Okay? And then this one that sort of loops around down there. That's superficial palmar. Okay, then that's it. Off the upper extremity. So that'd be surely pretty easy. Notice that there's only red-colored arteries. Okay, there aren't any veins. So you only need to know the arteries off the extremity models. Okay? Except for the femoral vein. There's a couple veins you can see on this one. All right, and the front of the thigh would be a femoral artery and a femoral vein. Remember, there weren't any veins on the upper extremity model. They're not like they're hidden. It's not like I'm going to find them. They just don't exist. And I'm only going to test you on the models. Okay, so femoral artery, femoral vein. What's the back of the knee called? Popliteal. Okay, or popliteal. Okay, so we've got the and what you like to see are branch points, because at a branch point, but sometimes these models just don't have branch points, and it's kind of like axillary becomes brachial, and you're like, I want a definite place in there, or one becomes another, but it just doesn't happen. So I'll be really careful to make sure that it's really clear where I'm pointing and what I'm asking. Okay, but back of the knee, popliteal artery and vein. Okay. So, there's only two arteries that I want you to know in the leg, and they're tibial arteries. So the anterior tibial on the anterior side, and the posterior tibial in the back. And that's it. Okay? So, anterior tibial artery and the posterior tibial artery. So that makes it fairly easy. And I don't think you're going to have any problems. So that would be the lower extremity. Are we cool? Okay. The next thing we want to do is, I think I'm going to tell